Hello, ladies and gents and everyone in between, and welcome to this, a short review of week 8 of 2018. First things first, Ava Lance will rise, and I will lose my mind. Apparently, there's been a lot of spoilers for this coming up episode of Legends of Tomorrow, and I have avoided all of them. Thank you. They have something to do with Ava Lance, and so obviously something happens. But knowing, fangirls, it can literally be anything from a kiss to them, like, brushing hands, right? Who knows what it is? No matter what it is, I will squee. Speaking of Ava Lance and bisexual characters, a really interesting article was posted about the propensity for stereotypes of bisexual characters, because the number of bisexual characters on TV in the media has risen, which is great, right? However, that also means that people are just throwing in stereotypes, such as bisexual people are naturally promiscuous, which is not true. Just because they like both men and women doesn't mean that they have an insatiable sexual appetite. Those two things are different. Your sexual orientation and your libido are two different things, okay? Another one is that bisexual people are duplicitous, or whatever. Duplicitous. That they're, they are constantly lying, or listen, bisexual erasure / bisexual biphobia is one of my hot button issues, okay? If you want to piss me off or make me rant, just mention bisexuality in a negative light, because they exist, they're real, they're awesome, and I know a lot of lesbian people who, are so against it. There are so many lesbians who, hate bisexual women, will never date a bisexual woman, for, a number of reasons, and all of these reasons are fucking dumb. It just let a person be who they are, okay? You focus on your relationship with them. You don't need to focus on their relationship with anyone else. But it's a really interesting article, obviously, link below, that just talks about, the double-edged sword of having more representation also brings up more stereotypes. Something else problematic, as you may have heard, the movie Heathers is getting a reboot because no one can come up with original content anymore. Everything's just being rebooted or is getting a new sequel. Anyway, I will probably get yelled at, but I personally have never seen the original Heathers movie from the 80s. But I do know, that it's about commentary on teen politics, and the perfect cheerleader white chicks are bullies to the outcasts. Well, whoever wrote Heathers, this new television reboot, was like, hey, we live in 2018, a time when thousands of trans kids and trans people are getting murdered, and people of color are still getting murdered, and people are being bullied into killing themselves. Let's turn that community into the bad guys. Real brilliant. Just real brilliant. Yeah, so in the Heathers is made up of a fat Heather, a genderqueer Heather, a black Heather, and they're the ones that are the bullies. They're the ones that are shitting all over the jocks and the cheerleaders and the cute blonde perfect girls. In theory, I get where they're coming from. However, right now, in our current social and political climate, not the time to be doing this. You cannot have people of marginalized communities being the bullies when they are still the ones being bullied in real life. There are still thousands of people of color, people of the queer community, people of the plus size community that are killing themselves or being killed, and you want to go and make them into the bad people on television? No. The media has serious, real life implications, and this is not the time to be doing something like this. I just don't understand people. And also, don't call it Heathers. Call it something else. And when you write about it, say this is like Heathers, but switched around. Don't shit on the name of the original movie, which I hear is very good. Call it something new. Be original. Congratulations to all those queer athletes that won medals or just competed and represented in the Olympics, which is now over. I talked about it quite a lot last week in the Queerest Year of All video, but congratulations to all of them, and you know, hopefully next Olympics, summer and winter, we'll get more queer athletes. And a big congratulations to Russell Tovey, who is engaged to Steve Brockman. I guess that they've been very quiet about their relationship, but they recently posted about it, you know, just a simple I said yes kind of post kind of thing. So congratulations to them. Janelle Monáe is queer? I'm obviously gonna link below her music video to Make Me Feel, in which it seems as though she comes out as bisexual, I think, if not gay, or just queer. But it's a great video. It features Tessa Thompson, who it seems many are speculating that Tessa and Janelle are dating. I can neither confirm nor deny this. I can simply give you the gossip and do with it what you will. And maybe report back. You know, tweet at me. Tell me, hey, yes, hey, no. Or just send me pictures of Janelle and Tessa because you like me. There's been an article, a list posted of 7 queer books being turned into movies in 2018. One of them is called Freak Show, which is about a gender-fluid teen living in ultra-conservative state that trying to find their way and decides to run for homecoming queen. And then Love, Simon, which I'm sure you've heard about is about a teen who comes out online and how he kind of navigates all of that. The Miseducation of Cameron Post, which is on my bookshelf, ready to read, is about a girl who gets sent to conversion therapy but makes friends there. And then Disobedience, which you've probably also heard about. The trailer for that came out recently with Rachel Weisz and Rachel McAdams, and it's about two women in the I think Orthodox Jew community who fall in love and kind of navigating, it sounds like, religion and same-sex love, and people are very excited about that. And then We the Animals is about three mixed-race brothers growing up in poor upstate New York. One of them is gay, and it looks at the way that he's, different from his brothers. The Happy Prince is a biopic about Oscar Wilde. I guess it shows his life in flashbacks and his different lovers and stuff like that. And then Boy Erased is also about undergoing conversion therapy. So yeah, I hope that I will be able to see all or most of these, but it looks like a lot of them are independent films, which means they probably won't be widely dispersed, which means they'll be harder to find, but if you are determined enough, you'll find it, right? And finally, GLAAD is starting a series geared towards the youth. It's called AMP Series, and it's for youth, by youth, and it's, anything from art to, it's multimedia and telling stories about activism, about, living life, about your first experience in this and that. And so, as we've been witnessing very recently, young people are a force to be reckoned with, and young people coming together and creating a community within themselves and creating a community that they can identify with and feel safe and confident in. I feel like only great things can come from that. And so I'm excited to see what kind of change or anything, what comes of this new AMP series from GLAAD. And finally, in my personal I'm super gay news, Ava Lance. I'm obsessed. I scream, and I have some friends who, like I said, fangirling is exhausting because you have friends who just feed the fire in your soul and it just gets out of control. And I have so much anticipation, and I'm so excited for Ava Lance. And also, still, Julieta Nair Calvo. So, yeah. I decided to start posting this video on Mondays, and obviously I'm posting this on a Monday, but just an FYI. And that means that on this channel, for the time being, and then for the foreseeable future, you'll be getting a video every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So congratulations. Yeah. Until next time, go out, make this year queer, live your best life, and spread love.